Well, I'm just going through doing a little bit of weed management here in the seedling nursery. So I figured I'd give you guys an update. The black cherries, this whole cluster of them looks really, really good. Down here on the end, remember I planted 3 rows, so this was where I started. That one looked really good. Now it's kind of petering off. And this one's interesting because the leaves have this kind of sawtooth pattern to them. And the rest of these don't have that as much. So I don't know if it's a cross. I mean, to me it almost looks more like an elm, but the bark and everything matches up with the cherry, so I don't really know. But those all look really great up there. This entire 3rd row, for whatever reason, just toasted. They leafed out fine. They looked great. They woke up and then like they just all died, and they wilted away. They didn't really look like a pest got them or something. So I don't know. That was basically the 3rd and final bag that I planted, or 4th bag. I'm sorry. So maybe that bag was just a little more dried out than the others or something and got shocked. I don't really know. But like I said, there's some in here that died off. Some here that died off. There's a couple dead ones in amongst the good ones, but for the most part the good ones look really good. I mean, they've definitely, some of them have already doubled in height. Heck, that's almost 4 foot tall there on that one. And they look good. The leaves are healthy. They're getting up above the weeds, which is great. Here's a little morning glory trying to come in here and take over. I'll have to pluck that off of there. I'm just coming down here on the stem and find that vine and break it. There we go. Morning glory toast. Maybe try to get it down to the ground if I can, but look at that nasty bugger. It'll come back. Anyway, so the cherries, the cherries are showing the biggest die-off on a percentage basis, which frustrates me a little bit. The cedars are doing pretty good. Maybe 5% of them have gone. I need to go through and pull more weeds. The weeds here in the Nuttall oaks and the black gum are getting pretty bad. The Osage orange is looking really, really good. The Nuttall oaks are getting a little bit of this color change in their leaf on some of them. I don't really know if that's just a natural thing. I think it may be with the red oak that they have just kind of this reddish leaf at times, because the leaves are turning red. I mean, there's some real deep red in there. The leaves are turning red, but it doesn't appear to be, oh, I stepped in fire ants. It doesn't appear to be, like they're dying. Like they turn red, but they're not all wilted up and nasty. Hang on a second. Just checking my shoe to see if there's fire ants on me. I don't see any. Man, look at them. Oh, I made them angry. Oh well. I was trying to get in over here and pull a couple of these bigger grassy stems out. Anyway, Nuttall oaks, they're doing okay. The hickory, it was late to start. And one little one here. Even that's still green. Look at that. It's still green, but it's not leafed out. They were late bloomers for sure. But otherwise, the ones that have woke up that are growing, they look like they're doing really good. The maple, of course, the maple was like 100%. Looks like there's one in here now that's dead. So, well, I was gonna say 99%, but look, it's got some coming down out there. So they may come back. Maples are pretty easy to grow. Walnuts look really, really good. Really happy with those. Maybe 100%. I don't see any dead walnuts. That's great. Maybe down there on the far end there's one little twig. And the swamp white oak is looking really good. So, we've got them here where they get irrigated every couple of days. We turn the overhead sprinkler on. I would like to improve this to put in drip lines, and then be able to mulch it a little heavier and try to get some of these weeds knocked out and do, underground water, so to speak, or under mulch water. But in general, they're doing really, really good. I'm seeing some, some yellowing here and there. They could use a little bit of boost. I know the soil that I put them in wasn't the greatest in the world, and I don't have fertigation on them. I could come through and do some spot fertilizing, I suppose, but haven't really just worried about it too much. But really, I just want to give you guys a little update, and I wanted to mention the cherries. I don't know if there's anybody out there that is trying to grow black cherry trees and knows why there would be just this sweeping die off on one group of them. But I mean, like I said, they woke up, they leafed out, looked great, and they just started wilting back and then just defoliated. Done. So I don't really understand it. I'm not going to rip them out of the ground just yet. I don't know if they're really truly dead or if they've just defoliated and kind of gone dormant again. Yeah, that's pretty dry. But yeah, I don't know. And then there's one right here in the middle of them that looks like it's doing okay. It's a little yellowed, but otherwise seems like it's doing fine. I don't see anything on them. I didn't see any mold or mildew or pest pressure. They just died. Anyway, that's your update on the nursery for now. Anyway, it needs some weed work for sure. But we are, hey, it's Cinco de Mayo today. So there you go. There's your May update on the hardwood seedlings.